Okay, I'm going to show you how to colour correct dark pigmentation so that they are hidden like it is on this side. I've had a lot of requests for this video, and it is a big problem for a lot of people who do suffer these pigmentation problems. Regular concealer, especially yellow based concealer, will just make them look grey and make this whole area look ashy. So hopefully this video will be of use to you. You can also use it to cover darkness around here. Now I've already done my face on this side. I've concealed under my eyes. I've covered as much as I could the dark area around here and a little bit. Mine on this side, mine is quite contained here. You know, it's darkest around this area here, and then it kind of spreads out but in patches around here, and then it kind of comes down. So I mean, you can still see through it, but it's, you know, as I'm looking in the mirror right ahead of me, it's fine, I don't see it, but obviously the camera might pick it up, it might not, I don't know. Obviously I've got a lot of lighting. I've got my strip lighting on the sides here, I've got my light on up there, and the back light's on as well. So obviously it's going to show a little bit in certain situations, but just generally to the naked eye, outside or, you know, at work or out party, you're not going to notice it, and it certainly is much better than this. So it's really important to counteract the dark pigmentation with an orange cream colour base. Not cream colour base, corrector. This one here is from MAC. It's called Pure Orange Studio Finish Skin Corrector. I think this is available to all. It's not a pro product, I don't believe. I could be wrong. But you need just the tiniest amount mixed in with your usual concealer, and that will cover it. If it's really, really bad and you really want it covered, then you would apply this on top of the pigment first, and then your regular concealer on top, and really pat it on, and then just a light touch of your foundation over. It might be a little cakey, but if you really don't want it to show, then that's what you might have to do. So to get started, I'm going to take a little bit out onto my hand, and I mean just the tiniest amount. That is probably way too much, but because I'm covering a large area, that's on my hand. And the reason I put it on my hand as opposed to directly on the skin there or on a palette is because the warmth of my hand will soften this product. It's really rich and pigmented. Take a blob of your regular concealer. Now your concealer must not be yellow based concealer. Mine has got red tones in it, it's warm. If you're using a MAC concealer, the fact that it's an NW, neutral warm, will give you you know, an idea as to whether it's warm or not. If it's cool, it will be an NC shade. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find this a bit difficult because I'm showing it in the camera. Take a bit of the concealer, dip into the orange and just mix it until you get a nice apricot-y colour. So it should look orangey to start off with. Okay, then dip. Ooh! Your brush must be really soft. Don't allow it to be too stiff, because as you apply it to the blemish, you don't want the bristles to then sweep it back off again, if you know what I mean. Don't be tempted to use a lighter concealer. I think that will make it look more grey. Use the colour that you naturally are, just on these types of pigments. If you don't have darkness anywhere else, then just keep, you know, use this rule or this tip. It's not a rule, but use this tip just for that area, and then you can use your lighter concealer anywhere else if that's what you like. I just tend to use my own skin colour. I don't really have too much issues with wanting to highlight certain areas. Okay, so now that I've patted that on, and it's really thick in some areas, what I want to do is just take a very soft brush, this is my foundation brush, and just pat over it. Very, very lightly. I'm certainly not sweeping, I'm only patting because I don't want to disturb the lay down of that colour corrector and concealer mix. If you find that you put it on and it looks orange and you can see that it's orange, then go ahead and apply your concealer very lightly on top. Mine isn't orange, I've mixed it perfectly, so I can go in with a foundation to, you know, continue finishing the look. And the foundation I'm using is full coverage foundation from MAC. Mine is NW30, NW meaning, you know, it's a warm foundation. I don't want to go in with a yellow foundation. I'm just going to gently apply that to the areas first where I applied the concealer. I want really light coverage. I'm not going to put this on my skin right now to warm it up, because that will just make it loose and quite pigmented. Whereas if I just take it straight from the pan with my brush, I'm not going to get so much out, so I'll get a nice clear wash. I'm tired, I've got bags under my eyes. Make sure you don't sweep. I'm going to tell you again, just drag. No, don't drag, just pat. My one on this side is much darker, so I could build up another layer if I still find it's not enough. And providing that my face is not cakey, because I do not like cakey. No, I think that's the best I'm going to get without it getting cakey. And then carry on with your foundation as normal. Full coverage takes a little while to settle down, so I'm going to powder it and then come back in about 10 minutes. Again, just a light dusting of powder. The reason I have an eyelash on now, it's a falsie. I applied it to, while I was waiting for the foundation to settle, I did another tutorial showing you how to apply false lashes using the traditional method of your hands and fingers, or using one of these lash applicators. This one's from the makeup store. So check those out if you're interested, but yeah, you'll have to just bear with me while I've got a one false eyelash look at the moment. But you can see the foundation has really settled now. It's still got a little way to go. This foundation usually takes about 40 minutes to really blend in and melt into the skin and create a really lovely finish. You can't see any greyness around my chin or around the side of my mouth. The pigment has covered, you know, very well and much better than regular concealer will. So, you know, I really hope this is useful to you. I have really done this bearing in mind another lady whose mother is getting married and has really dark pigmentation on her cheeks, and she wants to know how to conceal them. So if you're watching, I'll put your name up here. Please do try this on your mum. Let me know how it goes. Post me a video or some pictures, before and afters if she lets you, and just let me know if this works for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!